Well, the rainstorm just came through. Alright, so I got the zener diode in there. Every time I use voice to text, it says Xenia or senior. I got the senior citizen diode in here. And look, we got 3.96. We're reading normal. We're back in business. It is a 6.0 instead of a 6.2. That's just because that's what I had. And I would have had to have ordered a bunch of Amazon ones. And I didn't want to do that. So, and at first I was digging through my parts bin, but I forgot that I got these boxes of stuff, these Joe Knows Electronics stuff from the Goodwill a couple months back. Like, look at this. These are all resistors. Organized. Look. All capacitors. Nothing that I need, like, in the normal range of things, but I mean, for the price I paid for these, like, this just paid for itself. I was gonna have to spend $7-8 and wait till Saturday. And what's nice, see, this is my assortment of, like, new resistors. So having these all, like, in a pouch here and, you know, all organized is pretty cool. And I can look in here and say, well, which one do I have? I don't know how cheap these are when you order them. I think these are either off of Amazon or eBay. Joe Knows Electronics. Pretty cool, though. So these are all 50 volts. So I can use these for certain things, but not really. It even shows you how they work as far as the disc goes. So we got 4.7 pico, 10, 22, 33. Some of these are useful ones. I'm always finding for radio stuff we're dealing with picofarads in the receiver sections. So there was a bunch of other stuff. I separated them out, but this just got put in here because we have here bipolar junctions, the some pretty common ones. They actually tell you what they are. 12 watt. Oh, what are we talking about here? 12 watt? I don't think so. Anyway, so we got, I'm going to put these back where they go. I don't know what these are. It's a surface mount component on a board. So, like, this would probably be for people doing Arduino and breadboarding and whatnot, but this is the TrueSC 5227A. TrueSC. It's a 5 gigahertz NPN epitaxial planar silicone transistor, or something pronounced like that. And we have the other ones here. Get some more of these. Some really big diodes. Some so they have power diodes. 10A. So 10A, 0T. I mean, you have everything in here. Like, this is really cool. The Schottky diodes, pin diodes. I don't really know what a pin diode is, to be honest. Not sure. Are you freaking kidding me? See, look here. Very cap diodes. I could have used them damn things in here for that VCO, probably. Let me see if I can find them. It would be SMV 1249. These are kind of mixed up now. They give you 6 of everything. Some things they don't. I really don't think anybody ever used any of this. Let me see here. What are these? SMV 1249. These are I'm not sure how these work. Hyper abrupt tuning varactors. You get 3 terminals on them. Is there like more than one device in here or something? Anyway, guys, most important thing is radio's working, and also my Amazon package is here, so I'll be doing a video with that as soon as I get everything put away. So the other thing that we have left to do is try and power that 12-volt line and see if it'll transmit. So let's see if I can get this thing set up quickly. I need a coax situation a little better. We don't have a speaker on this. I gotta be really careful not to touch anything. But let's see. So we should be pretty close to tuned up. But basically, I'm gonna have to move this over here, and I put this on an Amazon piece of paper so I can slide it around without scratching up the damn paint. I really need longer wires here, so let's just make sure that it doesn't actually already work. I can see some signals right here. Okay. Put it on the dummy load and make sure that the volume is all the way down. We'll key it. We don't have the heater on. We need a heater on. And then we're going to check for the idle current. And then after that, we should be able to get an idea if this other thing is going to work or not. So we'll feed it with 12 volts when it, I'm going to turn this up to 12. Let's go 11. I'm going to shut it off right now. Let's see, we should be good. We get a really weird reading, so the there's definitely something going on in this other power supply, because I've set the idle current a few times, and it's just not where it should be. Now, the other thing I need to look for is see if these relays are latching or not. Okay. I can hear one of them clicking. Okay. So let's give it the 12 volt, and I'm gonna have to. I gotta come in here and solder this, which is really not what I wanted to do, but that's what I have to do to get it to go in there. Trying not to melt stuff. Come on, dude. I don't need it to be in there real good, just good enough. Okay. I do like creeping up idle current, which is strange. Where's my drive? My volume. Okay. Let's see if we have anything. go ahead and peek this thing. It doesn't look... So I don't really think that that has anything to do with it. Let's go ahead and shut that off. I'm trying to get that out of my way. They're mostly... Nope, not moving. And... I don't know, they don't seem to be latching any better or worse. So... Oh, you know, another thing too, we didn't really have this grounded very well. Okay. I didn't like the way that sounded. Sounded a little funky. They're not clicking. It does cause it to latch. You hear it latch? Let's see if we got nothing. Alright, so that doesn't seem to solve the problem, so I think there's lots of other problems too. So with this hooked up, it consistently latches like it should. It has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the radio though. But without it, it sometimes latches, but most of the time it doesn't. And I know this because I see the 7 volts on the line. I don't know why it's low. It's on the main board I got 12 something, 13 volts where I'm supposed to, so somewhere else there's a problem. I just don't get what it is, why it is. But anyway, I'm gonna have to now put it back together because I now fixed the problem I created. Hopefully I don't create any other problems. And when I recap the power supply, maybe it'll all be good. I don't know, but I have my doubts. Alright, I've got full power right now. I'm keyed up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. It's super hard on those tubes, but anyway, here it comes back down slowly. So it's transmitting, and I just had to assist it. So now I need to see, is it consistent every time? Because I may not have been tuned up perfectly. Okay, I removed the power supply, but right now, just listen. You hear it click twice. Every time it clicks, it's putting out power. It's transmitting. It's keying up. But I don't understand why there's that delay. And I'm like, is there some kind of like Vox thing on here? Because we have the Vox. We're actually using the Vox. The Vox PTT knob is this one right here, which is actually bent. And by the way, if you see these are bent and they're not really bad, do not try and straighten them because you run a pretty good chance of just actually like busting the thing off. It's just not worth it. So, like, yeah, that one's a little bit wobbly, but you know, hey, leave it. Okay. The noise blanker is the center one. The outside one is the delay. I'm wondering if there's another relay in here, down here, that might be causing problems too. So, but right now it's kind of working. So you would never guess. I was looking at something from the bottom. I was like, that's weird. There's a lot of wires going there, and these look like they kind of go into the power thing. And I'm like, oh, you're fucking kidding me. So I got this relay down in here that I didn't know existed. Because there's one there, and there's one there. But yet, nope, there's a third one, and it's really hard to get to. It's blocked by the frequency display, and the one of the other boards that has the extra crystals. So, I'm not even sure how to get it out of there, but I tapped on it and all of a sudden I have transmit. So, considering that, at least it's the kind you can clean usually. So, thing down. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in the dummy load, so don't go getting all excited. You see, it won't transmit. It's very hit or miss, and then it starts. It's because the relays are dirty. I was like, this is such a weird thing. I thought I had checked everything. So there we go. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we just need to get that thing cleaned out. It's going to be just a matter of just pulling it out of there. And if it's bad, it's bad, and there's nothing we can do, then we'll have to get another one. Hopefully it's a common one. Over. Okay, so, hello. Let me adjust my power here on the radio. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to use sideband to tune it while I'm talking. And hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, hello. And I'm going to come over here. And we're not transmitting again. Still not transmitting. Seem to be putting out a different amount of power. Yeah. I'm putting out very low power again. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, it just tried to peak right there. There's a really sharp null. Okay, that's 100 watts. And so yeah, it's just that relay is apparently the whole problem. Although it doesn't hurt that I ordered the capacitors and all that for it. But like I said, I've very rarely ever pulled any good-looking capacitors out to find out that they were the problem. I'm sure that they're starting to develop ESR, and that's why the voltages are very all over the place on the high voltage stuff. But the low voltages all look pretty normal, except for that 112 volt line. And I think that that's going to that relay, and it's got dirty contacts. That relay is switching the 12 volt and the 6 and the 8 probably. Maybe we can go on here. Maybe I can actually just find it. Okay, that would be really great if I could. Alright, we're in there. So this is the counter unit. Completely different looking than the 901. It'd probably work though. I think it would. Because basically you just have this one here going to that board and then this connector here. And I think that's pretty similar. It'd be cool if you could put that in the 901 and make it work like a 902. So we got to get this board out of here because our relay is down in there. I don't know, maybe we can get it out of there, I don't know. There's a got a little metal clip on these relays. I hate them. But I think we might be able to pull it out of there. So I don't know if I'll be able to get it back in there. We got this big connector right here. And if I could get this connector, I think, out. I'm going to need some needle nose pliers. I think if I get that out, I could probably boy, I don't know about that. That thing does not want to come out. Is that like maybe soldered directly to the board? I'm like, shit. I don't even know if I can get in here. I can't. So there's a screw here. It's gonna be really hard to get to. Man, that was hard to get that out of there. Now maybe. Okay, get that. I have some of these relays, but we're gonna try and clean it. Yeah, these are the same ones that are in the 102 and everything else. I should just go grab the other one I have. Only problem is I don't know where it's at. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do to get them open. Let's go like that. Usually, there's another one right here. If you're not careful, you'll end up cracking the case. Happens a lot. But not to do it. Come on. Well, that was the sound of it snapping back in over there, which is fine. Okay. I think I got it. Almost. Pain in the butt. Right. So then, what you need to do is look really careful and see what the contacts look like. So we can get this thing here. So don't clean them with sandpaper or anything like that. Just put some typing paper through it. You could use some cleaner on it, but no sandpaper. I like to take like a little piece of notebook paper like this and get it in there in the ones that are normally closed. I'm going to push on those and then just pull it back and forth. And then so for the other part that's normally open, I go like this, I push down on it, pull the paper through, and you could use some cleaner on it or whatever you want to use. Okay, so we get the cleaner on it. And you're just using basically penetrating oil. That's what I like to use. Alright. Put it back in there, see if it works. So this is a FRL263 DO12 04CS. Sometimes there's some other names and numbers on them. We're going to get it back in there. And hopefully we can get that little clip to go back on there. I hate those clips. I don't see how this is ever going to fall out of there in the first place. But anyway. There's another one in this radio that's soldered on another board. And that's what I don't like is these are bad. Why would you solder them into a damn board? Okay, let's see if I can get this thing in here. I think we're going to have to pull this out of here. These are really a pain. I probably won't put it back in there. They really buried everything in this damn radio. This is one of the worst radios I've worked on that was older. Just really quite bad. Okay, I'm going to leave the... I think I'm just going to leave the clip out of it. I mean, seriously. If that falls out of there, I got bigger problems than this damn clip. I mean, I could try. I'll try one time. That's what I'm going to do. I actually think it is in the back. Maybe not. They're just really a pain. It is now on the front, but not the back. I'm just gonna pull it out. I don't want to monkey with it. Since it's still here, it means this is probably the original. And then like, they're really hard to get out, even though they're not in, right? Like, come on, dude. And you definitely need tweezers or something to get it out of there. Damn, this thing is really... How the hell? That's not even the right thing. Okay. Yeah, they're just a pain. This one is worse than some of the other ones. There's just not a lot of room. I'm trying to figure out what they did here. This cord... something with this AM board got put back in here incorrectly. So I gotta raise the AM board out of here. Or actually, no I don't. I just need to get... The AM board is only held in here real loosely by like 2 pins. This AM board is worth more than this damn radio. Because some guy has a really nice 101zd and no AM board, and he wants that fucker bad. Okay. So I believe that was supposed to go back under there. So this AM board here, this is for FM. You can see there's a modification that was done here. They cut this trace here, and they cut that trace there, which ends up floating this cap from the rest of the ground. I don't know why they would do that, but anyway. There's a lot of room in here if you don't have the AM board, I guess, kind of. But anyway. So that one right there is for FM, and then that one's for AM. That's why it's got tape on it. You basically unplug some stuff and insert the AM board into the path. Okay. Yep. So now we can put the AM board back in. I hate it when the screws try and move. Okay, there's one. Right. That's going to be a lot better. That cable isn't sitting there sticking out in the middle. You see right here, it's this one here. Somehow I got on the other side of it. This one's kind of hard to plug in because the meter is kind of in the way. Okay, we got that. You know, we need to get this back in there. I'm going to see if maybe I can get away with leaving this out in case there's some other problem here. Because if I need to pull this relay out again, try and get this to go back in. Boy, that is one hell of a connector. Okay. Oh, that might be a problem. Hold on. And these cables, you need to be super careful with them because they're really stiff. They're old. Right now our display doesn't want to go in. I think it's probably just was all that. Here's this other thing. I don't know, does that sit under there without trapping that? Alright, we got a couple more screws to put back in, and we'll be ready to see. Alright. One, two, three, four. Let's see what it sounds like on AM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's screaming. Okay, let's go back over to the sideband. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me put my peak meter on. Oh, yeah, 120. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put this damn thing on the shelf. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the shelf where I use it. So it's gonna go. If it'll stay working, it'll go over there where the president is. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Too late to use it on the radio with anybody I know. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, and it does need to be recapped, but, let me see. So, you can hear it's cutting out. So, I'm going to find that other relay. But I think cleaning this one might have helped. So, it just probably, sometimes just needs to be exercised. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys. I am happy that I was able to get the diode that I broke fixed and removed that other board and did all that. So I've been pretty far into this radio in the last couple of days. And I've learned a lot more about it than I knew. I've had a lot of other radios that I've gotten deeper into, like the old 901s and stuff like that. But these things make me nervous because they have a lot of power on them. And you always have to know where to discharge everything. And you got a 900 volt, a 300 volt, 160 volt, 120 volt line on this one. So, it's just kind of cool old technology, but really, these are antiques. You might as well call them antique radios. They're not vintage; they're antiques now. They're well over 25 years old. So. And they're just going to have all kinds of problems with them. And some are going to be worse than others. This is one of the worst ones I've dealt with, other than maybe a solid state Kenwood 940 was pretty bad. ft102 is really bad for the little relays that they used. And a recurring thing is basically capacitors, resistors, and relays. Almost everything else is probably going to be fine. So, let's see if it's still working. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still working. Okay. So, I'm going to put it up on the shelf over there and get it hooked up and just see what kind of stuff I can hear on the bands. Maybe I'll try and get on 40 meters in like an hour and talk to Paul in Valencia, Spain. I need to get my amplifier hooked back up too, but anyway, I appreciate everybody watching, and I'm sure it probably didn't really help anybody, but you may be able to use footage in the video to locate where things are.